All right, so now we're doing 8Q ASCII total. It's by user 3220651. 92% of the people like it. And we'll be given a string and have to return the sum of all characters as an int. The function should be able to handle all ASCII characters. Example, unit total A equals 97, unit total AAA equals 291, all right? So this isn't too hard, but let's take care of it anyway. Return. All right, so what we're going to do first is clearly we need to make this string into an array so that we can add it, so that we can do like a reduce on it. Here's the reduce right here. So that we can do a reduce on it and then turn whatever the string is into turn whatever the characters in the string are into character codes and add them all together. All right. So first we're going to do string.split. All right. And we're going to split it by the space in between characters. All right. And here's string.split if you don't know. The split method divides a string into an ordered list of substrings, puts these substrings into an array, and returns the array. The division is done by searching for a pattern where the pattern is provided as the first parameter in the method's call. All right. So here they're splitting by spaces. So split by the spaces, that means each one of these is going to be an element in the array. And then they want 3, so 0, 1, 2, 3. There's Fox. This one's splitting by the spaces in between characters. So, and then they want it 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be K, like it says. And then when it's split by nothing, it just puts the whole string into one element of a new array. All right? So that's split. And now we're going to, let's see what else we need to do. I think we're gonna do a reduce right here. Reduce. All right, and here's reduce right here. It's a little more complex. The reduce method executes a user-supplied reducer callback function on each element of the array in order, passing in the return value from the calculation on the preceding element. The final result of running the reducer across all elements of the array is a single value. So basically, it just sums up whatever you want. Anyway, let me just read the rest of it. The first time that the callback is run, there is no return value of the previous calculation. Pardon me. If supplied, an initial value may be used in its place. Otherwise, the array element at index 0 is used as the initial value, and iteration starts from the next element, index 1 instead of index 0. Okay, so if you don't have an initial value set, I guess, it just takes whatever's at 0. And then the easiest to understand case for reduce is returning the sum of all elements, right? So here we go. Array.reduce, it's going to be previous value, current value. So the previous value plus the current value equals initial value. So since this one doesn't have, Since this one doesn't have the initial value, it's just going to start with the initial value being whatever's at 0, whatever is at index 0, which happens to be 0 in this case. So then it just adds them together. Previous value 0, current value 1. Previous value 1, current value 2. Previous value 3, because 1 plus 2 is 3. Current value 3. Previous value 6, because 3 plus these 2 is 6. Current value 4, and then you get 10 in the end. All right. Hopefully you get it. All right, let's do reduce. Oh, and let me also show you the syntax we use, okay? So in this one, we're going to use the previous value and the current value. I guess we just did that, so cool. So here we go, and I'm going to do previous value is prev, current value is cur, all right? And then we're going to do an arrow function. We don't need this space here. What am I doing? Arrow function, we're going to do previous value plus. All right, now here's where it gets a little bit tricky right here. So we want the character code to be added to the previous value. We want all these values to be character code. So we're going to have to do cur dot, and then we're going to do, oh, here it is, right here, charCodeAt. The charCodeAt method returns an integer between 0 and this number, representing the UTF-16 code unit at the given index, right? So here's the charCodeAt. I guess they're looking at 4, and so it would be 113. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess Q is 113, all right? So there we go. All right, so that's basically it. So now we're going to go cur dot charCodeAt, and the syntax on the charCodeAt is the thing that goes inside here is the index. And since the index, we're just going to be starting from index 0, we don't have to even put anything in there. All right, but we are going to need to put in an initial value, because watch what happens when we don't. Pardon me. It's going to be asking for an initial value, right? So initial value 0. All right. In fact, we don't need that space. Yeah, we do. All right, test it out. Let's see what happens. Perfect. All right. All right, great. All right, so my solutions. Let's see. Only me, best practice. That's what I think. Very like, of course. And we'll see you next time.